Hearing close in the forest you'll find a fabulous banquet, a fairy ball. If you close your eyes and you open your mind, the veil disappears and you'll see it all.
Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese, and for today's video we are finally going to be diving into yet another case of a haunted doll. This one in particular is more of a cursed haunted doll. It inhabits the souls of 4 boys. It is so fascinating, but it is so creepy, and I am so excited to finally share it with you guys. Before we get into today's video though, I would just very quickly like to thank Swag Bucks for sponsoring today's video. I have worked with Swag Bucks in the past, and each and every time I am so excited to share them with you guys because they are one of the quickest and easiest ways to earn free cash and gift cards. By simply filling out opinion surveys, watching videos, and shopping online, you guys will in turn receive free cash and gift cards. It is that simple and it is that easy. So I'm always really excited to share it with you guys. If you guys are interested in using Swag Bucks, I will have a link at the very top of my description. All you have to do is click that link in my description and head on over to Swag Bucks and start earning free cash and gift cards. So thank you so much to Swag Bucks for sponsoring, but without further ado, let's get into today's story because it is chilling. So Joliet is actually an extremely haunted slash cursed doll that has belonged to a single family for what we know of 4 generations and over a century. So Joliet actually comes with a terrible curse, and she is plagued by death, heartbreak, sorrow, and fear. However, this particular family will never get rid of this doll for an absolutely terrifying reason. So this story was actually brought to life when a woman by the name of Anna, who claims to be the 4th generation that was plagued by the curse of this particular doll, Joliet, came to light and shared what her family had been experiencing for 4 generations, her being the 4th. It is said that Joliet holds the souls of 4 infant boys, or 4 boys, and is inevitably going to continue to accumulate more souls as she continues to be passed on through the family's generations to come. So Anna went ahead and said that her great-grandmother received Joliet as a gift during her pregnancy. The gift was given from a family friend, you guys, which makes this all the more dark and absolutely horrifying. So like I said, Anna's great-grandmother receives Joliet from a family friend during her 2nd pregnancy. She was already a mother of a little girl, and she was pregnant with what would be her 2nd child, a little boy. So she receives Joliet with joy and she's happy, but what she didn't realize was that this family friend was extremely jealous of her pregnancy with her son. Now, nobody really knows the reason as to why she was so jealous. Some speculate that it could have been because she herself couldn't get pregnant. Some people speculate it was because she felt that Anna's great-grandmother had this perfect life and she was going to have another baby boy. Whatever the case may be, she was very jealous. And what Anna's great-grandmother did not know was that Joliet was plagued with an extremely dark curse. So Anna's great-grandmother gave birth to an extremely healthy baby boy. Now, it's very important for you guys to note that he was a very healthy baby boy, just like her prior pregnancy. But what she didn't realize was that 3 short days after this baby boy was born, he was going to die of an unexplainable, unexpected illness. Now here's where it gets very, very creepy, you guys. Soon after the death of the baby boy, Anna's great-grandmother began to experience a strange phenomenon surrounding Joliet the doll. The doll began actually crying the cries of her deceased son. So what I mean by this, because I know this could be confusing to some people, is she had had her son for 3 days. A mother knows the sound of her baby's cry. And the minute that Joliet started crying, it was not a random baby's cry. It was the cry of her deceased son emerging from Joliet the doll. Though she could not explain it and she absolutely did not understand it, she knew deep down within her soul that the soul of her deceased son was trapped inside of Joliet the doll. And so she took it upon herself to take care of this particular doll as though it were her own, because she feared what would happen to the soul of her son if anything were to happen to the doll. Like, one of her greatest fears was, what if the doll were to break? What does that mean for my son's soul? So straight from the moment she heard her son's cries within that doll, she made the decision within herself to keep the doll forever and to take care of it as though it were her own. Now, even crazier, this same tragedy would continue on throughout each generation, leading down to the 4th generation, which is Anna, who shared this story. Although Anna is extremely private, I did everything I could to find who this Anna was, and there was nothing on the internet. The only thing said about Anna was that she was very private and she didn't want to talk about it. And we'll get into why in just a moment. But this continued on for 4 generations. Each generation would have 2 children, a girl and a boy. But the boy would mysteriously and unexplainably pass away 3 days after he was born. Even creepier, you guys, automatically Joliet would begin to have another cry inside of it. And that cry would be the cry of that particular baby boy who had just passed away. So by the time it reaches Anna, who shared the story, Joliet was crying out 4 different baby cries, all from the 4 baby boys whose lives had been taken 3 days after being born. Now at that point, it becomes much more than a coincidence. It becomes much more than a thought. How is it even possible medically, if you really think about it, for 4 generations to all have a boy and a girl, and the boy dies 3 days after being born? That cannot be explained. There was no cause of death. Unexplained. Like, how is that even possible within itself, let alone the baby doll crying their cries? Now, the reason that Anna chose to bring this story into light was because she herself had just given birth to a baby boy who 3 days after passed away. And what scares her even more is the fact that she has a daughter who she now believes will have 2 children, a daughter and a son. The son will pass away and be added to the 4 other boys within the doll. Each member of each generation that experiences this has cared for Joliet as though she were their own child, because they truly feel as though the soul of their baby is within it. Now, what I think is the craziest part of this whole entire story is that nobody believes this family, because guess what? Only the women who gave birth to the children and the son who passed away can hear the cries coming from the doll. Nobody else can. So this means that they could be in a room with us right now, and that doll could be crying the cries of their deceased son, but none of us would hear it except for them. And what's even crazier is the fact that Anna admitted that she also felt as though, not that it was made up, but how could they be hearing cries she couldn't? And until the day her son passed away, she never heard a cry. And from that moment on, it's never stopped. Now, nobody has heard any updates on this family. I don't even know how long ago the 4th generation hit. I've seen people's videos and stories dating back 2 years ago. So at the end of the day, we don't know what's happening now with this family. They want secrecy, they want privacy. We don't even really know what truly happened. But all I know is that there is something creepy, terrifying, and strange going on with Joliet, the haunted, cursed doll. I don't know, you guys. I don't even know if Anna truly exists or if people put a name to a story that has been told for years. I don't know what to think of this. It is so wild to me. It is also so scary to me that a woman would put such a curse on a family that was expecting their 2nd healthy child. That is so crazy to me and incredibly, incredibly sad. But that is the story of Joliet, the haunted doll. What do you guys think of this story? What do you think exactly happened? Do you believe it? Do you believe that Anna exists? Please, please, please drop some comments down below and let me know what you guys think, because I always love to read through your guys' theories and comments because you guys are just so amazing and you just figure everything out. So please drop some comments down below and I'll be replying to as many as possible. And that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much to P.O Box for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check them out at the link at the top of my description. And yeah, if you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. I post a ton of videos, so I do not want you to miss when I upload. And please give this video a big thumbs up. It makes my heart super, super happy when you guys do that, so please do that. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you.